This is my home. Get out now.
Welcome to the Vicis Interimo 30 Minutes to Kill podcast.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
Welcome to the Vicis Interimo show. 30 minutes to kill, more or less. Happy 4th of July.
Same to you.
Okay.
Will everyone else be hearing it on the 4th?
I think they will. That's my goal anyhow.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're doing all kinds of time traveling. We recorded this. Well, never mind.
Don't talk about it.
Okay, whatever. So we're a horror entertainment podcast featuring horror, suspense, and psychological thrillers. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Podomatic, and just about anywhere. Type in VICIS INTERIMO. I am your host, Michael Mad Saxon Jones, with my lovely wife, Lori. Say hello, Lori.
Hello.
This is going to be episode 256. Wow. The Conjuring 2 is what we're going to talk about, and it is a on-the-road episodes of sorts since we recorded that portion of the review earlier in the car. Anyhow, generally we have 4 segments. First, we start with a Laid to Rest, where we recap anything from old shows. We do our review, garbage in, garbage out, and then a Crawling Chaos, a topic or a factoid that we've never talked about before on the show. Sometimes silly, sometimes serious, always chaotic.
Almost
always chaotic. Yeah, mine's going to be, well, you know what? Let's get right into the Laid to Rest.
Okay.
So for Laid to Rest, we got a little heavy there last week. So much for having a short Laid to Rest, but a relatively important topic. I
never promised it would be short.
No. You and I talked before we did that segment, and then I thought it was going to be a short one, or that you needed encouragement to hurry, but that just didn't at all work out quite that way.
No.
Anyhow, so this week's I know will be a short one because I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And it was going to be what I learned at the doctor's office, which sounds weird and ominous. Anyhow.
Yes, it does.
Anything else to tie up regarding Lord of Illusions or any of our previous podcasts?
Well, you already mentioned last week's Crawling Chaos. Of course, I went on a rant that was related to Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I love him and people are ignorant. Anyway, you had said something.
Yes.
No, that was all I was saying.
Okay.
I encourage people to go back and listen to it, actually. Because most people don't know why he killed himself.
Gotcha.
Most people think they know, but you know what? You might be very wrong.
Okay.
Hey, all it takes is a quick Wikipedia lookup on Robin Williams and read about his death. You might be really surprised. So give the guy a break. But that's not what this is about. You mentioned something about, because I talked about when I was...
Oh, my gosh.
What?
I just remembered, and you were going to make me talk about it, and I told you there wasn't any more to it, but...
Well, I just think people maybe didn't hear it, though, because I was...
Okay.
I was just running all over the place, so I think I ran over you.
Yeah, maybe.
So I heard what you said, and then later I was like, what did you say about such and such? So I'm going to say that again. Since we were talking about the first place we saw Robin Williams was as Mork on Happy Days.
Uh-huh.
Most people remember seeing him for the first time on Mork and Mindy.
Right.
But he did actually show up on Happy Days the very first time. And so that's where I got to know and love him first.
Exactly. And what I said as you were talking there was the fact that he initially showed up on Happy Days because they wanted to, and this is what I heard. Again, was this correct or not? I don't know. Hearsay at this point. But they had introduced him because of the popularity of Star Wars. They wanted to
That's hilarious.
interject. Somehow that seemed like a good idea at the point.
Because Mork showing up in Milwaukee and going to the Cunningham residence, that's just like Star Wars.
It's just like Star Wars, I guess.
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious.
I don't know. So I'm not sure what the whole rationale was. I'll maybe look that up at some
point.
Well,
I guess, major sci-fi movie came out and was so popular, I guess you'd, I don't know, if my show was getting stale and it was kind of jumping the shark a little bit, may as well go for it and add an alien coming down from outer space.
Well, Happy Days ran from 74 to 84, so I mean that's a heck of a long run. So
that's crazy.
No wonder they jumped the shark and threw in space aliens and such. But
still love it. I still love it. You know, me and the Fonz, we're tight. Yeah. So I just thought that was really funny if that's, I mean, why not? Star Wars was like this total phenomenon. I mean, I remember being in grade school and every kid in the school had a Star Wars shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the first time something, I mean, now it's so commonplace. Every popular movie that comes out, we're all walking around with our little fanboy and girl stuff. You know, we've got the pop vinyl figures and the t-shirts and the whatever. But back then in the 70s when we were kids, that just didn't happen. Like, not on that scale.
Not on that scale, right.
So, yeah, I could see everybody trying to grab a little piece of that and add a little sci-fi fun into your whatever it is.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, there you go. So if you missed any of that or want any more, you can always go back and catch our previous episode, 225, Lord of Illusions. But in the meantime, let's talk about The Conjuring 2.
This is my home. Get out now.
No, this is not your house. Now, what's your name?
My name is Bill Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
What do you make of that voice?
Sounds confused. Is he senile?
The voice on this tape is coming from an 11-year-old girl. They're calling it England's Amityville. There is a family that desperately needs our help.
After everything we've seen, there isn't much that rattles either of us anymore. But this one still haunts me. Does it feel like the voice is coming from inside you?
More like it's coming from behind me. Like I'm being used.
Janet, are you alright?
Stop calling me Janet.
She's such a good girl. What's there wrong with her?
An oppressing spirit will try to force you to commit the ultimate sin.
And what's that?
Murder, suicide, or both.
You believe us, don't you?
Sensing a presence?
I'm not sensing anything. All I can sense is their own fear.
Honey, you're bleeding. What is happening?
I had a premonition of your death.
Who's that?
The family's just a pawn. Something inhuman wants to kill you. If we keep doing this, you're going to die.
Okay, well, I will read the synopsis.
All right.
And then I think we'll jump in the car and go watch it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you already gave that away. We've already seen it, and we did our review on the road, so we'll be playing that in a moment here. The Conjuring 2, it was rated R, And obviously it's still in theaters.
A soft R, though, right?
Very soft R.
Yeah.
I think for the intensity of the... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not going to get cussing. You're not going to get blood and guts. So it says here, this movie is scary, suspenseful, ominous, restricted. The common sense rating, it actually got it says okay for kids 16 plus, but I don't know.
13 and up?
Sure. I'm not sure why it isn't.
We don't have kids, so.
Well, yeah, but I was a kid once.
Yes.
And we've got lots of nieces and nephews. They were all kids. Yeah, I can't really say why it was a very soft R. We'll just leave it with that.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Paranormal experts Ed and Lorraine Warren are chasing spooks again, this time traveling to London to investigate a house inhabited by malevolent spirits that are tormenting a terrified single mom and her brood. Who wrote that? They couldn't just say a single mom and her 3 children or 4 children.
4 children.
Sorry.
You forgot one already.
Well, there was 3 children and one that was a demon. No, just kidding. She wasn't. She was certainly being tormented by one, though.
Indeed.
So that's it, and I guess will we just move right into the review?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and play that, and then we'll sum up anything else that we had to say.
Dun, dun, dun. We're in the car. We're talking about it. Okay. Are we back? Oh, no, there's the phone.
Hold this.
Okay.
The Conjuring 2. I loved it.
I did too.
Okay. Well, usually I start out asking, what did you think about it? But I'm just going right on a limb and saying, I loved it. It was thought it was a good pick. There might have been a couple of spots where it stretched out a little bit long-ish.
No.
Almost.
No.
It was on the edge of that for me. It was on the edge of it for me. But
we're in the car right now. I'm just saying.
It's another on the road.
Because the air conditioning is hitting this. I don't know if
Did you hear some Super Freak in the background there too?
Yeah, we've got Super Freak going and the air going, and hopefully the mic isn't picking up all of that.
Hopefully not.
Man, it's hotter than blazes.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to June. So
I could do without summer.
A good.
You want the radio
good
on?
Combination of subtle atmosphere, and then punctuated with some exciting, maybe over-the-top dramatics. I mean, over-the-top because we've seen a lot of things about hauntings, and I don't know if you call what we do research on them or whatever, but absorbed lots of the stories, and things are seldom quite as action-packed and thrilling as we saw in the last hour and a half or however long the movie was. But
it was actually longer than an hour and a half.
Maybe 2 hours, close to it. But anyhow,
because it's 2 o'clock. It probably started at around 11:40. That's with previews and everything, and it's 2 o'clock, and we just got out.
Okay. Well, at any rate, it like I said, it's a pretty intense action sequences for a haunting movie. Yeah,
I thought it had. I mean, I was gonna say it was like a really good. If you like Ghost, I want to say Ghost, even though I mean it's a demonic presence and all this and that, but the way it was done, it had a lot of just spooky, ghosty moments.
Yeah, there were.
You know what I mean? Like all throughout. I didn't think. I mean, it started right out of the gate. You got some kind of scary, exciting things to think about, and it kept up. I thought there wasn't any long period of you're just sitting there waiting for the scary parts, which we don't do that anyway, because we're into the story.
Right. As always, it's all about the story.
Even though you said you thought a couple parts dragged out.
Well, I mean, I could see where it was almost... I'm doing these things with my hands and stuff.
Yeah,
Nobody can see that.
They can't see you.
Okay. But it almost stretched out, but it wasn't quite there. I mean, wasn't quite that bad. It was fine.
For me, it didn't do that at all.
Didn't do it at all. Okay.
For me, it was almost like a perfect movie for me.
It was interesting to me because it felt like there were 3 separate storylines going. Not separate, 3 intertwined storylines going on.
Yeah? 3?
Yeah, there was a lot happening.